make a video about this Wolverine game coming out because I saw this guy say something about how the game doesn't look good, and I was like, you know what, people are agreeing with me because I kind of thought the same thing when they announced the Wolverine game. I was very excited. I'm a big Wolverine fan of the character. I don't play much video games anymore, but if a good one comes out, I'm buying it and I'm playing it as long as it's a physical game and it's on a disc. I ain't buying no digital shit. So when they announced Wolverine, and it's the guys that made Spider-Man, which the first Spider-Man was a great game, one of the greatest games I've ever played. The second one I didn't like so much, but first one was great. So I said, well, they're doing Wolverine. That should be fun. That should be a great game too. Hopefully, this was I think before Spider-Man 2 came out or before I played it, because I wait for things to go on sale and stuff. I don't buy things immediately. I normally buy like a year or two after it released. So before I played Spider-Man 2, I think they talked about Wolverine. So I was like, this should be great, just as great as the Spider-Man game. But then as time went on, I'm sitting around thinking about it and picturing this game and what we'll be able to do in the game. I started to realize this might not be that good. What are they going to do in the game? There have only been two big Wolverine games. The first one came out in the early 2000s, I believe, and Mark Hamill did the voice of Logan in that game. The second one, I think Hugh Jackman did the voice in that game. This is the game everybody really remembers, X-Men Origins Wolverine. And the first game with Mark Hamill, I really liked that game. The second game I liked, but it kind of got old after a while playing it's not that memorable to me. I liked it. It was a good game, but it wasn't as good as the first. And in the first, you could do certain things. You do stealth. You had like these moments of stealth. You could use your senses to kind of track things or track people or something like that. They had these other. I haven't played it in a while, but I do remember they had these other little parts of the game that wasn't just about slashing and using violence. I mean, and then in the second game, it was more about just slashing, and it kind of got boring after a while. I kind of, and there were little things like Wolverine would do like this little spin attack in the X-Men Origin game, and the combat I didn't like because it wasn't Wolverine at that point. It was really just a hack and slash, and I'm seeing more of that in this new game, which is making me worried. Wolverine can't jump 50 feet in the air. He's a regular. I mean, he's not a regular man. Obviously, he has mutant abilities and stuff like that. But basically, he's a regular man. He don't got super strength or super agility or none of that like Spider-Man's Hulk stuff. He doesn't have any of that. He has claws. His skeleton is covered in metal, and he can heal himself. That's basically. Other than that, he has senses. He can smell and hear things and whatever better than others. Other than that, he's like a regular man, and the combat should kind of show that. And this guy like jumping from one truck to the next. I mean, he can't do that. And even if he could do it a little bit, I mean, his body is being held down by all this metal. He shouldn't be able to do that. So already I'm watching. I'm like, I don't see them making this about Wolverine. Again, that first game with Mark Hamill, you could do little things like use your senses to smell things. You could use stealth, and they kind of tried to add some variety to it, which made it feel like you were playing as Logan. You could put the claws away and just use your fists. I appreciated that. In these games, I'm more than likely you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to be like a button mashing moment, maybe some quick time events, some cinematics thrown in, and then a boss fight, and then you go on to the next level. I'm pretty sure that's what this is going to be. It's going to be more linear where there's like a path. Maybe it'll be a big path, but it's a path nonetheless. You go down this path. Maybe you do some puzzles every now and then, but mostly it's going to be you pressing the button, maybe doing some combos, and some quick time events, going to a boss, and then moving on. That's probably what this is going to be, and that's not going to be fun. I want an open world game, and it don't have to be like open world like GTA, but give us levels that are kind of like open world, where this guy maybe has to go and find somebody, and you can use his senses in order to find things. They have the technology in these controllers now You can, they have these little speakers on the controller. You can use that, and when Wolverine's using his senses to listen into a conversation or something, and you'll hear it through the controller, and the closer you're able to get, the louder it is on the controller. That's cool. Or you can use the rumble ability in the controller, so that when Wolverine is trying to smell something, the controller shakes, and the closer you get, the more it shakes, and that's how you use it to find whatever he's trying to sniff out. And little things like that, where he has to go into a building and find somebody. So, there's a lot. It's Wolverine. There's a lot. This guy has been like a private eye, or maybe what is it, like private eye or an investigator or something like that. When he was Patch, he had like private eye moments, samurai martial arts moments, which it looks like he's going to be fighting the Hand, so maybe that'll be in there, but I doubt it. I don't think he'll be doing any martial arts. He'll just be swinging his claws like a dumb barbarian fool again. Obviously, as an X-Man, he's been an assassin. There should be scenes where levels where he's using a gun. This guy's done a lot of different stuff in the 100 plus or 200 years that he's been alive and been active, and I kind of want to see that stuff. And you're not going to be able to, and I can tell you're not going to be able to see it, because if they did have that stuff in there, they would have showed it by now. The game's coming out when? This year or something like that? Or maybe it's next year, but it's coming out soon. They would have showed it. And they're not showing it because they ain't in there. It's just going to be, some nice graphics, some nice cinematics, which is nice, but I want to play a game. If I want to watch a movie, I watch a movie. If you make a good game and you put great cinematics in it, even better. But if the game is bad, or if it's subpar and boring and you got great cinematics in it, I don't really care about the cinematics. I want to play the game. I want some good gaming in there. If I want to watch a movie, I'll go watch a movie. And I think this is going to be a subpar action brawler game with some good cinematics and some fan favorites, some characters that people consider to be fan favorites peppered in, and they're like, oh good, it's Magneto, oh it's Sabretooth, look at Mystique. But other than that, from the gameplay looked nice. It really did. It looked cool to watch, but I don't think it's going to be fun to play. I think it's going to be mostly button mashing. Like this video that I saw, and the guy kind of mentioned, I was like, yeah, it's what's going to be. It's going to be button mashing. We're just mashing a button. No real combat, and no real, I don't know, real, what am I trying to say? Or variety to the combat. There's not going to be any real variety to the combat. It's just going to be, again, button mashing, and the button mashing will culminate into him doing something cool looking, which is, I don't know. I just don't think the game's going to be good. And hopefully in the future, which this doesn't matter, because if games are going to be digital now, so I'm not going to be, if a future game comes out, I won't be buying it. But if it is physical and they have a sequel to Wolverine, I hope they incorporate some of that stuff. Listen to the people that you're finding online. And I'm waiting to see what the reviews are going to be on this product, but I'm hoping that if that's not in this game now, that they do something similar to what I kind of mentioned, where he has these different types of missions in these different areas, utilizing his skill set in total. So it's not just him cutting people up and him healing himself, but he's using all that different stuff. This guy has great vision, superior hearing, sense of smell, all that stuff. You should be able to see. You should be able to utilize that as the character in the game, not just his claws. Also, he should be able. I hope that he can put his claws away and you can use his fists. Some people probably say why, but it's because that's the fun of being the character. The claws, you use the claws as these like special things. It's not like they're just sticking out all the time, and that's just, he walks around with the claws out. He doesn't live like that. And he doesn't, throughout his history as a character, he doesn't always use his claws. There's a lot of times where he doesn't use the claws. And remember when he first came out, the claws kind of popped out as like this cool, thing that I got this extra weapon that you don't want to mess around with, to like kind of make a point or use them when they're needed.
Let the girl go, Creed. How dare you? You have no right to. These give me plenty of rights.
But it wasn't like he just walked around with the claws out all the time, and that's just, it's the claw guy. No, it's this guy. It's Logan. It's Wolverine. He has these abilities. Oh, and he got those claws. Watch out for it. So I don't think this game is going to be that great, especially after playing Spider-Man 2. I don't. I don't know. I hope it's good. And again, I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for the reviews, obviously, to see what people say and hear what people say to make better decision as to whether I'm going to buy it or not. But I just wanted to make this so it's out there when the game does come out and people are actually pissed, and I could be like, "See, I told you."